it seemed like that every time I'd switch, it would hit me some way or another. It always turned out real good. And relationship with me and the Wood brothers, people thought the reason we broke up when we did, it was because the tires come off the car, up there at Charlotte. And but that ain't what, it didn't have a thing to do with it. So we started out and went up there and run. And what it was, I think it was Darrell Walter who was running second to me, and so when I was fixing to make the pit stop, and it was at Darlington where it was at, and when the wheels come off, so they kept telling me the wheels, that we had to beat Darrell out. Be ready, we got to beat Darrell out. Well, my signal to take off is when they dropped the jack, right then, and they didn't tell me they're going to change all 4 tires. They just said, make a good stop and everything and be ready to go and all that and beat Darrell out. So quick as they dropped their tires, car, jack, on the right side, I took off, When I didn't even get all the way down the pit road and the wheels come off, so. But anyway, that was I think that was really the time that we broke up right then. But it wasn't the wheels that done it. We was done got to where that we would argue a little bit about different things, but it, like I say, it turned out good, all the way. So and they're the finest people in the world to work for. I'm telling you that if I had to change anything, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd go back and do the very same thing again. Now, I'd like to run for the championship with the Wood brothers. Right. And I feel like it, I don't know how many years I drove for them exactly, but I honestly feel like at every racetrack I went to with them, that I had a chance of winning the race. And that's how close we run together, and all that stuff. But I believe I could have won the championship 3 or 4 more times if I'd have run for it,
Wow. Well, Eddie told me you gave Trevor, who actually won the race, that you gave him a pre-race pep talk.
Well, I talked to him, but now, good a job he done. You can't tell nobody how to drive a race car. You got to get in there and you got to drive it the way it feels. And if it, nobody drives alike, but you got to, like I say, drive it the way it feels to you. It might be too tight for me and be too loose for him or somebody else. But anyway, all I done was told him to keep looking ahead, as far ahead as you can see. And because a lot of times a wreck will happen coming off a 4th turn, and you going down the backstretch and you can't see it. So you going down the backstretch, you can look over there. You can look across and see. And always look as far as you can see, no matter where you're at, as far as that goes. And I told him to just take it easy, because they had a car to win, that would win the race. They knew that because the fastest he run during practice. And so I said, don't try to lead every lap, or don't even do that. I said, you just follow the fast car or something like that. Just hang on to them, stuff like that. And I said, if the race is, you can wait to the last 100 laps or something like that. And I said, if you wait to the end to start running, you won't have to outrun by half these cars, because half of them will be out by the time at the end of the race. And so you won't have, say, 20 or 25 to outrun instead of 45, And so that's exactly what he done. But, and it ended up winning. It means more to me, being the driver of the century. That's what, that really meant more to me than Hall of Fame, I guess you'd say. Of course, I'm already in 4 or 5 Hall of Fames, and of course now this is a good one. Don't get me wrong, and I'm proud, that to be able to get into NASCAR Hall of Fame, and because it is NASCAR, and I understand I got 97% of the votes, and I said, who's the 3 that didn't vote for me? But anyway, it was nice, and it really was, especially to know that the peers did vote for me, and the ones I raced against and all that, and for when we voted, they voted for the driver of the century. So I was glad to win that. really was. Well, like I say, before the race ever starts, you have to have practice and stuff like that. And you don't ever let nobody know just exactly what you can do. You know, if you're out there running with them, I would always run slower through a corner or something like that. You know, and that way that they making them think that they can beat you there, places like that. So uh, if you don't ever know, that might be where you have to beat them at during the race, you know, to win the race. And so you try to do it before time and find out if you can beat them through there or whatever, you know, while you're practicing.